Okay. What book are we reading?
We're reading Tinkerbell Hide and Seek.
Okay, A Game of Hide and Seek. Okay. By Tennant Redbank, illustrated by storybook artists. Pixie Hollow was quiet and still. No fairy wings fluttered. No fairy voices filled the air. Where had all the fairies gone? Suddenly along came Tinker Bell. She flew alone over the garden. Tink pulled up close to a tall tulip. Rosetta peeked out from behind some petals. They were playing a game of fairy
Hide and Seek.
and Tinker Bell was
Surprised.
that's not surprising. Tinker Bell was it.
It.
Uh-huh. Okay. Tinker Bell had to find so many fairy friends to find. They were Ronnie and Bess and Nettle and Fira and Dulcie and Terrence and Silvermist and Iridessa and Fawn. Beck was usually easy to spot. She couldn't stay still for long. But Prilla was very good at hide and seek. It might take Tink a while to find her. Tinkerbell looked behind the spider web. She checked underneath the... What's that?
Pine cone.
That's right. She peeked into a knothole. Then she saw a bright light. It was shining from behind a leaf. Only one fairy glowed that brightly. Fira! Tink yelled. Tink pulled the leaf back. There she was. You found me. Fira was giggling. Tink couldn't stay to talk. She had other fairies to find. Tink flew over the meadow. She stopped short. She sniffed the air. She smelled lemons. Tink followed her nose to Dulcie, a baking talent fairy. Dulcie was hiding near a patch of clover. The lemon cake she had baked that morning gave her away. Tink left the meadow and started searching again. Bright blue footprints crossed her path. The footprints led over some pebbles and down the river. There Tink saw Bess, hiding among the pussy willows. How did you find me? Bess asked. Tink pointed to the art talent fairy's feet. The bottoms of her feet were covered in blue paint. Oh, drat, Bess explained. I spilled some paint in my room today. It must have stepped in it. Tink found Silvermist behind a rain spout. She spotted Fawn in a... What's this?
Nest.
That's right. Iridessa was trying to blend in with fireflies. Those look more like bees than fireflies, but that's okay. Nettle was hiding in an old cocoon. What comes out of a cocoon? Butterflies come out of a cocoon. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tinkerbell was still not found. Oh, Tinkerbell had not found all of her friends. She flew to Mermaid Lagoon. There she saw flowing water from a large stone sitting on dry ground. The mermaids know where the fairy is, don't you think?
Yeah.
Tink fluttered around the stone. On the other side, she found Rainy, a water talent fairy. Rainy was playing with a water ball. I got you, Tink shouted. Rainy jumped. She dropped the water ball. It burst into 100 droplets. Then Rainy pulled all the drops back together again. She threw the water ball at Tink. Tink sprang out of the way. Hey, Tink yelled. We're playing hide and seek, not fairy tag. Tink had a game to finish. She flew into the woods. I can't believe I haven't found Beck, she said. Up ahead, she saw a flash of color. Tink flew closer. It was a red-spotted toadstool. But wait, something was behind it. Maybe it was Beck. It wasn't Beck, but it was a red-haired fairy in a green cap. Prilla, Tink shouted. Tink told Prilla who she found already. Then Prilla cried out, Tink, look! A beetle floated right in front of their nose, upside down. It sparkled with fairy dust. I guess fairy dust makes things float, don't they? Tink and Prilla followed the trail of fairy dust. Fairy dust makes fairies fly, and beetles too. They flew until they saw a silly sight. Terrence, a fairy dust talent, Sparrow Man, was trying to pull beetles from the air. Tink, Prilla, help, Terrence cried. I was hiding in a little hole. A bunch of beetles found me and got into my bag of fairy dust. Prilla stayed to help Terrence. Tink still had more fairies to find. Who was left? Tink settled on a lily pad to think for a bit. She found Terrence, Prilla, Fawn, Iridessa, Rosetta, Nettle, Silvermist, Dulce, Rainy, Farah, and Bess. The only fairy she had not found was Beck. Tink flew off again. She looked and looked, then asked the other fairies to help. They all joined and explored every garden. They searched over the meadow and the lagoon, the fairy dust mill. Where, in Pixie Dust Hollow, was Beck? Tink tugged at her bangs. She was stumped. Beck usually is the easiest fairy to find. Today, Beck was not at all an animal talent fairy. She must be a master hider. Tink was about to yell, "Come out, Beck!" But before she did, a soft sound reached her ears. It seemed like a breath, or a whisper, or what's that word? Snore. Who snores, Ginny? You snore. Does Daddy ever snore?
No.
No. Okay. Tink followed the noise. It was coming from a hollow log. She poked her head inside. There she found Beck curled up with a family of hedgehogs. "Wake up, sleepyhead!" Tink sang out. Beck opened her eyes and yawned. "You found me already?" Beck asked. "Already?" Tink cried. "I've been looking for hours. Beck, you're the last fairy hidden hide and seek." "I am?" Beck asked. "How nice." She rolled over and snuggled back with the hedgehogs. Soon Beck was asleep again. Tink sighed. Beck and the hedgehogs looked cozy. Tink pushed Beck over a little bit. She was tired of looking at. Maybe a little nap, only for a minute or two. Just before Tink's eyes closed, she heard a voice called, "Tink, Beck, where are you? Another game of fairy hide and go seek has begun." What do you think? Was that a good book?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.